What up, Fight World? It's the Mighty Mean Joe Frazier. You're tuned in to another episode of Fist Physics. Today we're here to break down a potential matchup between a top-ranked fighter by the name of Viktor the Iceman Postol and the Al Heyman Mayweather fighter Adrian TheProblem Broner. At lightweight, the lightweight division is starting to heat up, and before these guys get a chance at Crawford, I'm not sure if Terrence Crawford, who is the recognized champion at 140 lightweight division, I'm not sure if he's going to be moving up or he's still waiting around to see if he gets a Pacquiao fight. We don't know yet. But I do know that eventually Top Rank is going to have to deal with Adrian Broner and Al Heyman Promotions. Now, today we're going to take a quick look at Viktor the Iceman and Broner and how a potential matchup between these two champions would look. First, let's take a look at Adrian the Broner Broner. Standing at 5'6", 69.5-inch reach. His current record is 31-2 with 23 KOs. He's represented by Al Heyman, Mayweather Promotions. Biggest win is coming against Paul Malignaggi at 147. His most notable losses are against Marcos Maidana and against Showtime Sean Porter. The Showtime Sean Porter fight was very interesting because, you know what, going into that fight, I thought that Broner was strong enough to stand in and scrap it out with Sean and really take it to him, and instead Adrian tried to outbox him and ended up losing on the cards, even though there was a flash KO, I believe, in the 11th or the 12th round, the beginning of the 12th round. So, I mean, you could have kind of gave that to Broner, but he still lost anyway. Now let's take a look at Viktor the Iceman Postol. This guy made a lot of noise last year, KOing Lucas Matisse, great champion, Lucas Matisse. So we're going to take a look at him real quick. His current record is 28-0 with 12 knockouts. He's standing at 5'11", 73-inch reach. Just took out Lucas Matisse close to the end of last year. He's been training with Freddie Roach for, I believe, about 2 years now. And he looked pretty impressive. Pretty impressive against Lucas. Now, taking a deeper look at these guys. Viktor Postol, just some of the things that I've picked up from maybe like the 2 or 3 fights that I've actually seen him in. He seems like he's a great technician. There's been more power in his game since adding Freddie Roach, legendary Hall of Famer trainer, Freddie Roach. He has good foot movement, pretty decent jab, great right hand, and actually it's the right hand that took out Lucas last year. Now, I was looking forward to him facing off with his mandatory challenger, which was Amir Imam, but Amir unfortunately took a loss to Adrian Granados late last year in not a tune-up fight, but it was a stay busy fight, and he actually lost that, and he was stopped, I believe, in about the 8th or 9th round. So I'm not going to get to see these guys face off anytime soon, but I'm looking to see Viktor Postol, because I like the guy, face off with another champion, a big name. And that big name is none other than Adrian Broner. And for you people who don't know, in Boxing Rec right now, the way the rankings are reading, it's Crawford, Postol, Adrian Broner, and a whole bunch of guys nobody knows. Now back to Broner. He's young, he's big, he's fast hands, he's strong. And I think Broner could win a brawl with Postol. Something tells me that Postol might not be able to take Broner's power. But I really do feel like after the loss to Marcos Maidana, Broner isn't as confident as he was when he was younger in his own power and his own capabilities. And I think that's something that I picked up on when he fought Sean Porter. I didn't understand why he decided to try to box Sean. I really didn't. And just following Sean for a while, you know, I didn't think that Broner would have a problem scrapping it out with him and beating him. But instead, Broner came out there and tried to be a technician, and his boxing skill, well, just isn't that technically sound. We'll just say that. You know, I'm a fan of Broner. He brings a lot of action. He makes a lot of noise. And I think a potential fight between these two, if Postol has maybe 1 or 2 big fights on HBO this year, it's a very good possibility that maybe this could be Adrian Broner and Viktor Postol's first pay-per-view event, because this would be big. this could potentially be big if Al and Bob could get over their differences and make these fights happen. Now, with that said, looking at how Broner's been fighting lately, I'm going to say that he'll lose in the decision. I don't think Postol will have any power to knock him out, but Postol seems to be the more technically sound fighter, and with the addition of Freddie Roach in his corner, it's going to be a difficult night for Adrian. But I do think if Adrian was to bring it to him and brawl it out, this guy is not Marcos Mondana. Marcos Mondana is a true champion. Been a fan of Marcos Mondana ever since he made Victor Ortiz quit on the stool, and that's an interesting fight. And maybe I'll actually do I guess like a post review of that fight, because it's a fight that kind of nobody really knew these two guys when it actually went down. But that was a great fight, man. That was a great fight. And after that fight, I became a big fan of Marcos Mondana. But Viktor Postol is no Marcos Mondana. So if this fight does go down, Broner's key to success is to make this guy scrap it out, beat this guy up. But I don't think he's confident in himself, like I said. I don't think he's confident in his skill and his power right now. And I don't see that happening. I think he's going to come out there and try to have a boxing match with a true technician, and I'm going to say he loses on the cards. All right, folks. Tune in next time, next episode of Fist Physics. Hit me up in the comments section. Let me know how you feel about this potential matchup. Top Rank, Al Heyman. Let's make it happen. 1.